Pokemon Horizons episode 40. And I'm really looking forward to this episode, so let's just go right into it. Okay, and I think this is a direct continuation from last episode, maybe? And they're like patching up the ship after the damage that Orthworm, I think. Yeah, and I think he's gonna have to learn to get over it sooner or later. Dot is a competent person. Oh, that's cute. That's also good. Oh god, poor Athena. She's like, don't drown me. He's like, no, I don't like water. I have my own grooming that I do. Oh my god, cat ears on a building. So, yeah, I mean, the thing that I know about this episode is obviously the thing that we saw from the preview from last week, which is that Sprigatito is gonna meet a bunch of Sprigatitos. So I think that building is probably like a cat Pokemon, like daycare maybe. That's my prediction. And I will say, the actual song for the intro has grown on me over time. I don't mind the male voice as much anymore. And when I say the male voice, basically the male singing voice in that song. I still think it's bad, but it doesn't annoy me as much. He's like, no thanks. Oh, okay, it's good that they're doing some battling. Kinda wish you would use some of the other Pokemon as well. Alright, quick attack. He's like, what we did in our first battle against each other doesn't work anymore. We can't defeat him with just a quick attack. Oh no. Oh Jesus. You're like, maybe we should work on, like, not using, like, oh god, your hand. It's not your fault, Sprigatito. Oh, Sprigatito. So now Liko needs to comfort Sprigatito, be like, Sprigatito, it wasn't your fault. Something we need to just work on in the future, like both of us. Or maybe me, be like, I better not use a move like that when I'm in the direct line of fire. Oh, okay. So Sprigatito is like feeling bad. It's kind of, I hurt Liko. And that's why it leaves. So is the old man gonna do something this episode? Yeah, wait. Where's Sprig? So Alright, yeah, it does look like a bit of a daycare. You see a bunch of like these cats. Um, a cat's jungle. What are those things called? Like the cat towers? No, oh wait, I don't recognize that. Oh, crestfallen Sprigatito. Let's hope Sprigatito is not going to be like the other crestfallen characters I know of. You can count on me. Maybe not. I hope Terapagos isn't following. I hope this episode, because what I think is they're gonna do, like, I want it to be purely Liko and Spriggs. Even though I know I've talked about in previous episodes, like, oh man, I want to see more than just the main Pokemon. But this seems to be something like very special. Well, was it your? Like, no way, that's not my Sprigatito. You're like, yeah, I am. He's like, alright, how do you know? So, oh wait, is this maybe where Sprigatito is from? So is that what I said in a previous episode maybe true? That they like outsource? Okay. I said, okay. So what I said in a previous episode, man, when did I say that? About how the school maybe like outsources where they get all these starters from. Because I don't think they get it from the professors themselves. So yeah, that's my Sprigatito. He's like, wait. Like, you got it this all wrong, old lady. Like, it's because Sprigatito just feels bad. It's not that Sprigatito doesn't like me. Or it thinks that I don't like it. No, Sprigatito feels bad. He's like, no, I didn't miss it, but this is the place. And yeah, Sprigatito he's trying to be, dismissive so that you will leave because he doesn't want to hurt you anymore. It just feels so bad. Here comes Terrapagas. Alright, you know what? Maybe they can come in here and Spiritito be like, you know what? We're a full family. The four of us. Oof. And now you got scratched. And that was like an intentional scratch. But I think that scratch, it was intentional to be like, you see, I can hurt you. It's best that we're not together because I don't want to hurt you. I think he likes you too much. And that is where not where the problem is, but that's where its conflicting feelings come in. Oh, a Meowth cup. I like how many, like Pokemon based items there are. Yeah, it looks like that's a weird Lico face. And I also like how there's basically like no background music. It's just completely silent and Lico's thoughts. Well, obviously, that's who you're talking about. Like, that's the whole point of this. And we're getting some Spiritito back story. She saved one of them. So I guess Spaghettitos don't always fall on their legs. Oh man, I don't like hearing that. Because that probably means that they're never gonna get rid of Leaf Edge. For like another move like Razor Leaf or Magical Leaf or whatever, I feel like Sprigatito's Leaf Edge is gonna become kinda like Pikachu's Thunderbolts. Oh. Is it Ariados? Oh no! Spidops. They're like, hey man, I want to eat. And these things are now trapped in my web. And it has like bad memories from even back then of when battling or trying to save people or whatever, like hurting the ones it cares about. Oh. You ungrateful bastards. I mean, how would you? Oh. I wonder if that was planned. All that, like a year ago. If that was like planned this whole time. Or if they just noticed, wait, we did a little bit of something like that we now can use for this. Because that's quite interesting, right? Alright, these are like different breeders. Okay. When she saw you, it was love at first sight. That one Spiritito that was running there, I like the angry face. So is Liko, Terapagos, and Hatena, are they gonna get caught by a Spidops? And they're gonna need Sprigatito to save. My tickling attack. Alright. Yeah, I mean, some things you probably don't want. Getting kidnapped and jumping from roofs. We can do it together. Nice. Like retracting. Oh, okay, this is very cute. I really like this episode. And now they get caught by Spidops. Like, oh, it's the same Spidops. And she's gonna be like, wait, what Pokemon is that? And it's better that, maybe they get hit a little by a leaf edge. But now it has controlled it a bit to maybe limit the damage it does to the friends. Oh, it wasn't leaf edge. Okay, I was completely wrong. Yes. You learned a new move. No more leaf edge. Now we have magical leaf. A move that never misses. Alright, I love this episode. It is not at all like the Ash Pikachu episode, even though that episode was amazing as well. I was afraid it was going to just be just like that, but it's not. And then use Leaf Edge. Bitch. You cannot dodge this. Yes. Good job, Liko. Okay, that's great. What an amazing episode. Another great episode. I like how the episode turned out. Even the things where I was like, oh no, I would rather they not do this than they did it. And they did it well. I was like, oh man, that ended up great. For example, in the beginning, it's kind of like, I would want this to be just a Liko Sprigatito episode. Don't want to see anything else. And then when we saw that Therapagos had left, I was like, oh no. But it ended up working very, very well. And then, Sprigatito learning Magical Leaf. I was completely wrong. I was like, oh, because you mentioned that it always had a strong leaf edge. I was like, oh god. So we're just gonna see leaf edge just spam all the time, 100% of the time. But we learned a Magical Leaf. And I hope Magical Leaf replaces Leaf Edge. So it's like quick, because we saw Quick Attack, Magical Leaf, Scratch. And I assume it still has Sweet Scent. And I liked seeing the backstory. Like, oh, okay. I don't think they had this episode planned this whole time. I feel like this is an episode that kind of got developed. They kind of like had an idea of maybe what they wanted to do. And then they're like, okay, let's look back on previous episodes to see what we can do. Out of the 3 last episodes, like the Roy episodes and for Coco, the Dot, and then this one, I think I like this one the most. And then the Dot and the Roy one, I was like, but yeah, I liked seeing them there at the end. Just winning that fight against Roy again. I would like to see maybe Liko getting a bit more into like the battling aspect. Maybe she's not want to be like a battle trainer, but she kind of like recognizes, okay, I need to get good at battling, right, for my goals. And what better teammate to have than Sprigatito? Even though I have like an extreme headache, this episode was still like, I only have like positives right now. So thumbs up.